Ki khubor ka Batesi TV ka umdi basnyam bat penjaslian Rupa Premium Meghalaya.
Dagi phongon ki khot jong ka Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee ha ka sautrik unailar arajar arpusan Clara Plakad berpendram jore ke Jingthombor jongi Khristan hakelengki benta jongkri India khamtam e hadingi jingsha kem jongki arngut kiriuniam sister kabelang Catholic naga jilla Kerala ringkat berushukaman Mandavi Habilaspur Chhattisgarh Dangshan holoka jingkenno begidan ketia ka kam khayi brio baban penklanyam jubor ki arngut kiriuniam sister kata ke sister Pretty Mary bat ke sister Vandana Francis kinthopru usukaman Mandavi ki lalat imna ka along ha ka atrik unailar arajar arpusan hadin ke special court jongga National Investigation Agency kal ajamenno yaki haga jingalang kablalong hadan Bosco Square la imkhra shillong kinong yalam bagi court ka seng congress kila pendam juri ki kinhon shitnyam bat kila dawai ka sarkar NDA belailam da ka BJP ha Delhi ban pinsange no yakini kam Thombor persha ki Khristan hakri India
Hello. This is not just an attack on two people. This is an attack for the freedom of religion and humanity itself. Let us be clear that justice must be blind, not biased. Faith is a personal right, not a criminal act. And helping the poor, the orphan, the marginalized should not lie. To remain silent, watch injustice grow, or to stand up and speak out for truth. We choose peace, unity, and justice. We will not let hatred divide us.
All the Christians and the other communities have been facing. It is not that a new thing that we are bringing so many times. Different atrocities has been going on in different states. I feel because nothing should happen like this. It has been a violation of the Constitution of India, where the right for religion of everyone to believe in their own religion, which they feels like emotionally attached with. There is no forced conversion, and no one can force anyone. I feel like under the Prime Ministership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, which always call for Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao and Beti Sikhao, it is quite different which the narrative they have been given all along there, but they are killing the Constitution in the other way around. We have got the right to believe our own religion. We have never disturbed any religion, as far as their religion is concerned. In Meghalaya, we have seen so many mandirs, so many Buddhist temples, and then the Sikh. They are living peacefully here, especially in Meghalaya. We have never faced any problem with that. We welcome everyone because the provision has been given by the Constitution of India. So we will go by the Constitution. But somewhere and somehow down the line, the implications has been brought out for some political gain, which is not feasible. It is not nice for the country itself.
The Constitution jungi taai yang tak jinglat dua aparo kalian bagi jingle jong ka kumusong di pulit sethi berkibring bersethi sport Chhattisgarh yang gitu ki sesta ka penkenyo ka pensmit yang pajak sedi mar hidup tip bangi dengan minority tekan ayu kan wanja sini hati ni gisnap di banwan kadau ngawan hangni ban ai min sim ban penkendit penriu ki beriu jogi hangni kari ke baik ban tipleng bagi nyesnok tilang bagi num ailat pun gini jadi ban Thombor iya
iba kuki missionary worker pati kiwi-kiwi niam kumbalong sebab mo sandra mata kia peacefully kaya tra ka jong ki nim thau te ga jinga juking him thau ya ilat e kumtra harkat lang ya ka government komentra penyesok tilang bapai aku kini kijing cha kinum cha syuk nang ni sekaman
la shaleben ang kajing ya lenti ke jongki nama taman syakri ya ki emlang ka salang ngimla ban priang igni ki jingle nama kum kari India kemangi ngitim mari kita ke secular country we believe in diversity but bangin yang scam will stand for unity peace respect but nginum lele dalele ru ban island iki kita ki group lani inu ki brio ki bakwa ban penken ya kani kabalong ka constitution jo ke India ka bal island yang ni mangin manila lut manganum island yang nuru won't let anyone any hate or anyone to go against the principle of our constitution. Kini ketika message baru kinong jong kari India ke bayi ke jongi ba min im gum sipara ang negari ke bayi ke jongi gumba di longswa manswa di pa jongi kelap ay kata kabur baru kinong jong kari India bangin im light luat. We have our own fundamental rights, but when yang scam ru ba baru ki faith ki badan hang ni hapokari ke jongi ngimde bansa harass ngimde bansa violate ngimde bansa leben haki weipat kita kirunget sit niam jong idu gini niam ki badan hang negari ke baye ke jongi ni em dak jing sup dak jing light luat kabangile gunu ke jing mani light luat banginyo ang negari kabaid ko jongi tang hang negari kasi ko jongi henre hakari India hi baro pawai tangini kelti.
But as a defender of the very soul of our country, a soul that was built on the foundation of secularism and democracy and the right to practice one's faith without fear. But what we are witnessing under the BJP-led regime is nothing short of an organized assault on the Christian community in India. From the burning of churches to fabricated accusations of forced conversions, from targeted hate campaigns to the misuse of laws against innocent pastors, priests, nuns and believers. This government has emboldened hatred and criminalized faith. Let me remind the BJP, the Christian community has always been a pillar of service and sacrifice in this country. Missionaries have built schools in villages where governments failed, run hospitals where roads don't reach, and served the sick, the poor, and the forgotten without asking for anything in return. Not votes, not power, just the dignity to live and serve in peace. But what are the Christians getting in return? Harassment, vilification, and violence. Why? Because we choose to worship differently. Is this the new India the BJP wants? As India, where minorities must live in fear, where faith becomes a reason for attack, This is not just a Christian issue, it is an Indian issue. Because the day we allow the ruling party to decide who belongs and who doesn't based on religion, we lose the very essence of our nation. To my Christian brothers and sisters, do not be afraid. Our faith teaches us to stand firm in love and truth. We will not be silenced, we will not be intimidated, and we will not let anyone rewrite the Constitution to serve their narrow ideology. To the Bharat Janata Party, your attempts to divide this country along religious lines will fail. India is greater than your propaganda. The people of this nation, Hindus, Christians, Muslims, Sikhs and others, will stand united against hate. India belongs to all of us, and we will fight to protect that idea peacefully, constitutionally and fearlessly.
Yalang kapor. Magpoy haniru kadai lembaga Jingthombor kay gola aja kay bala akta si siya kamisium jungi hiparo ni hi. Niyang hanira kaway kasur. Kaba beginan ki sister bangi khot chania nakaktin kasi jungi khot iet iki. Yeki kadai keburam bakin yo kejingker khu no blay namar bhabangi pang nisi tomru tenteng nginget iki. Bagi dal ke jinjar ngilet jaki kidai maki besiba besiketru ya ke bah kemian ya ke ik baro ke bah bang idan ke jinjar nginget skam ban mal bakidai ki brio ki bala kit bor ki bala shimenta ya kam jong blai trai ngat hindrai ngam ngau syo bat ngim so syo re ba yaki on pendeng dohat keri on pensyo po thanat kam so ya hap e kata but kawai ngam kwa benong haji sinsar jongkania ke sarkar pemerintah negeri India bro kawai kei bakemut kei bakadon ke basyalendat ke basyari jongka ke bansule thambor kat badan kinyam kat badan kirukom ya lenti namar ngi hane ngi im lala ke jong benta wat tangi hane khaliaru ngidon babun lala ke jong kaniam ngidon kinyam kasih ladi ngidon kinyam do buat si muslim ngidon kinyam ki buat si Khristan, nidan kinyam ki buat si Hindu, nidan kinyam buat si Buddhis, nidan la ka jong mentah hindrai. Pat judon kenu ke cipen thut. Yanu inoru. Hindrai. Balai pat man kapor kadai, kamdai ke betang mentah ke wajasan. Re man kapor si man kapor ngi julap bet, ke juja bet. Kun kini ki ke banlong ban ketak bet. Yangi Khristan. Hakani ke rihi bro kawai. Kawai rung acu request kantam ia kani ke government jo ke state jungi option sya ba ko dekat lang ba ke BJP hadu mentang ngi iri wiru nakaliang jongki bakinwan kinkram kinmi syakmat tang kendia ngi yo semua ke sur jongki balai kiri ki tiang ne ki tiang ba yo pisan nanti na pedang dapat pok mi syakmat ye kran ni sa piu pidai basilai man hakasiti yo sisian yo pipoi. Siya kata kayeng, bapilip pla, pilipan map. Pibu ke jingduai ala yeng. Hendai wat kelab bapinbu jingduai kiru syari nasional ni ba gapidon yo sibu pidon hamasiam jong pi. Kei bapidon selendat jong pi hendai pimnun penpa yo karen pla pingka jong pi odi. Kei ban jinyo na mentah simet jong pi. Hendai kle ino kita baro. Kita baro. Raya da kata kamasiam kumapi om yaldi ngadi Khristan. Ngari Khristan, mi hak tak kasur, ya tak kasur. Pat yang telisha, orang pi boro ni pi even, orang pi new sha ta himasha shalwaru. Ubleru pe unang kerkhui chui pi. Kare ba pia lat na kalenti kejong u sasyam ya karai bong so pni pi ke kedak dam dei menta kan son hadian. Ke boro kalenti ke julong hak ta hi. Nam kwa ban kren than re makidang don kinong kren.
I have been out of Shillong for nearly 22 years. Not ever have I ever felt at any point of time living anywhere in any part of this country that I felt where Hindus were racist. I always felt that Hinduism per se my experience is that it's something which embodies a kind of a feeling which we live as one. It is only in the recent times that we have noticed that politics has played an important role to ensure that there's a division, there's a divide and rule. And it's very bad that politics has taken that emotional angle rather than saying that we'll bring about development, rather than saying that we'll unite the entire country together. They have played in a role of divide so that they will gain electoral votes. And this is a very, very bad precedent that is being set. And it has been going on for the past 10 years, 11 years, 12 years now. And it is something which is very alarming. Because I believe that even for our friends who are Hindu friends, even in Shillong and even in Meghalaya, they live in peace. To see that this kind of divisive politics that is being played by various parties just so that they will win votes is something which is against the constitution, something which is against humanity, as I say. Because this is something which obviously brings a lot of fear amongst the people, especially the minorities. Because then people don't feel as if they live in that country where they have the right to live a dignified life. And that is something which is very alarming. And I think the protest that has been called upon by the Youth Congress and the Mahila Congress here in Shillong is nothing to do with only something that has happened recently, but it's something to do that it's a culmination of many things that has happened that is showing and is rearing its ugly face. And whenever there's a big election happening or a big election coming up, these kind of things keep on cropping up, which is a very, very, very sad trend. As I was telling, as Banphira was saying, as Nathaniel was saying earlier, that when you come to Meghalaya and you go either to Maukarwat or wherever you go and you have your yatra, there's nobody who's going to stop. Because at the end of the day, we believe that, unity is what brings this country together, and unity is what the strength of this country lies. But slowly, we see that unity is being divided. The public are still very much united, but it is the politics that is being played that is dividing this country into bits and pieces. And it's something which we as a Congress stand very much against, and we should not allow this. And I believe every community, every religion, every human that is existing, that is living in this land of ours, this beautiful land of ours, should not allow such things to even happen, and should not allow this thing to take precedence. And I believe so that as a Congress and as people who actually feels for just about everybody that we live as one, that we need to unite in order for us to grow, in order for this country to grow. We believe that we need to come together and, we need to come together and condemn whatever is happening, and we need to show a voice. We need to show a voice so that the government of the state also takes action, which is all of that. We really need to change all of that, and I think that should start with the public at large. We, especially in Meghalaya, where it's so cosmopolitan, especially in Shillong, and I think that kind of a change should happen from us, because only citizens can do the change. It is not the political leaders, it is not anybody, it is not religion. Nobody can bring the change, but it has to come up from our own hearts. It has to come out from our own thoughts. And I believe so that we stand here and we condemn against this injustice that keeps on happening, and the atrocities, because it is something that it will keep on culminating. Because if somebody does bad to somebody, then somebody will do bad to somebody else. And we start looking at each other rather than having a friendship kind of an approach. People will start looking at each other with a lot of suspicion. And that's the kind of thing we need to stop in the society that we live in.
Wat penleno yakni kakabu ki sopti etho ki babha bat shongdor nadu sa po hajar hadu hnriu po hajar tingka menta phila banyo hakdor lai po hajar tingka ya ki sopti etho ba shongdor hinyo po hajar seneng pinyo tang san po hajar tingka tang kata ka wei ki sopti ka de ka wei ki design tang na ka benta jongpi wan jit nok loi na molai moro bat na mot pran pho no menta hau khandai saw lai hnriu san pra hinyo lai pra